Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me here, Lavender, and today, comrades, I am back with another video. Today I want to talk about the Roe versus Wade situation. The US fascist regime tries taking away women's rights, Roe versus Wade. So let's get started into this video. So all my credit and sources will be in the description of this YouTube video down below. So let's get started in this video. After a leaked Supreme Court draft ruling that Roe v. Wade may be overturned, many of America's capitalist pigs reacted with pure silence. This is not surprising at all, because all they want is money. Because they want women to be banned from having abortions, because many of these money-hungry companies allow child labor by hiring minors for low pay. They want to ban abortion so they can have more wage slaves as well as hire more underpaid minor workers. Like, this has to play some type of role in this whole situation. An example of what I'm talking about is, first of all, let's look at this map of where abortion could be banned if they overturn this. While the Dollar Tree, an example of this is, while many Dollar Tree locations require employees to be at least 18 years or older and have a high school diploma or GED, however, that differs from each state to state. Some stores hire people 16 and older with work permits, while others employ minors as young as 13 years old. Checker states child labor laws for minimum age and work permit requirements. For example, in Texas, the minimum age to work in Texas is 14. And in Mississippi, minors as young as 14 are able to seek employment. That's just some examples of that. I really feel like this plays a role in this whole situation. For example, your favorite brands may well be funding lawmakers who wish to limit women's reproductive rights. Shortly before the closing of COVID-19, before the whole COVID-19 situation, the Supreme Court had heard arguments in a case challenging a Louisiana law that seeks to limit access to abortion in the state. Lawmakers and other predominantly red states have proposed similar measures, such as targeting people who give women abortions and the heartbeat laws, and many of these lawmakers receive campaign donations from name-brand corporations. Each of the 50 states has its own campaign finance laws. In roughly half of those states, corporations are allowed to donate a state candidates. In other words, these donors are using corporate funds to support anti-abortion lawmakers. Some may argue that the capitalist companies did not know about these politicians' stance on abortion, but that seems to be less likely. Here are a list of some of the billion and million-dollar companies that support anti-abortion politicians. Walmart, they donated over $1 million to anti-abortion political communities. Amazon, over 900,000, AT&T over 1 million, CC over 600,000, Coca-Cola over 2 million, CVS over 1 million, Google over 500,000, Verizon almost 1 million, Motors over 2 million. Major companies including Disney, American Airlines, and Walmart, just to name a few, are keeping largely silent about this abortion issue. As leaked by the Supreme Court, abortion draft sparks outrage. They've been mostly silent. Companies that don't speak out and are silent speaks massive volumes about them. They are scared of losing their massive profits by dividing customers and clientele with differing opinions on abortion. All they care about is money. Again, that's all they care about. They don't care about the lives of anyone, minors, employees. They don't care about anyone. All they care about is capitalist profits and money, because capitalism puts profits over human lives any day, the lives of everything. Capitalism only cares about money. The system as a whole, the ruling would permanently alter the healthcare decisions of thousands of company employees that are women and customers. Without the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision, abortion would immediately become illegal in at least 13 states across the United States as a whole. While Republican-led states are already moving to pass an anarcho-capitalism, fascist restrictive laws, women make up more than half of the workforce, and those who are unable to get abortions were less likely to be employed full-time 6 months after denial of care and a denial of having an abortion. According to a 2018 paper, Women that were denied abortions who gave birth had higher odds of poverty 6 months after denial of an abortion than did women who received abortions. Women denied abortions were also more likely to be in poverty for 4 years after denial of abortion. 6 months after denial of abortion, women were less likely to be employed full-time. Women denied an abortion were more likely than women who received an abortion to experience economic hardship and insecurity lasting years. Laws that restrict access to abortion may result in a worsened economic outcomes for women. The fascist US regime shows no mercy for women and throws feminism out the window and out the door, typical of a fascist money-hungry regime. The United States doesn't care about its people, other countries' people, the lives, or human rights as a whole. They have the death penalty, but they want to ban abortion? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, what? As is seen in the past, women are not going to be backed into a corner. When push comes to shove, they're going to find a way to have an abortion anyways. Like, for example, like, when it comes to making a decision about their health, they're going to do what's best for them. So they'll find a way around this if this gets overturned. What kind of quality of life would there be for a mother who decides to keep their child and is forced to raise them in poverty, in severe poverty, a mother who's been traumatized from being sexually assaulted by the child's father, or a family who's lost their loved one due to undiscovered late-term pregnancy complications? Currently, there are over 400,000 kids in foster care across the United States. Children's Rights reports that in 2019, more than 20,000 young people aged out of the foster care system without permanent families or permanent homes. Research has shown that those who leave the foster care without finding forever families have a higher likelihood in youth in the general population to experience homelessness, unemployment, and incarceration rates as adults. The end of the Roe v. Wade would likely embolden global anti-abortion activists and politicians all over the world, not just the United States. Honestly, the United States needs to be removed from the Human Rights Board officially. Like, they don't care about human rights. All they care about is money.